We are witness of 74th Independence Day of our country during pandemic. So let's salute the nation together. Since we are studying about the atom and its indivisibility also, children, so let's redefine the word indivisible in context of our nation with this famous quote of our Iron Lady Srimati Indira Gandhi. What she says, that we have believed and we believe now that freedom is indivisible, that freedom is indivisible, that peace is indivisible, and that economic progress is indivisible. Really, truly said. So children, you all are welcome in my class of numerical problems based upon law of conservation of mass. Yes children, I have told you that since we have studied the theoretical aspect of the law of conservation of mass, we will see about its calculative aspect also. And what is calculative aspect? To solve the different kinds of numerical and find it everywhere verified. So we are starting it. I am ready with the set of 10 value based numerical problems here, and sometimes I have given solution of those numericals also, and in some question and some problems I have not provided you the solution because I assume that those are the based upon problems, so you can solve it. So read carefully the first question, that 4 gram of hydrogen reacts with some oxygen to make 36 gram of water. Figure out how much oxygen must have been used by applying the law of conservation of mass. So what will be the first step in order to start solving the problems based upon the law of conservation of mass? I am telling you step by step. First step will be to write its chemical equation. And children, you have more options. Like I have written the chemical equation by writing the formula of the substances. You can write just by writing the word equation. Word equation is equally correct. There is no problem in writing the word equation. But if you are writing the chemical equation in formula by writing the formula of the substances, then you must see that whether this is balanced or not, because if it is not balanced, then the law of conservation of mass will prove wrong. So what is the chemical equation of formation of water by the chemical combination of hydrogen and oxygen? Hydrogen and oxygen, 2H2 plus O2 forms 2H2O. What are the masses that have been provided in the question? Hydrogen is taken 4 gram and oxygen mass is required, means not given. You have to calculate it. And what mass of water is forming after the chemical reaction is your 36 gram. So since you know it very well now that according to law of conservation of mass, the mass of reactant should always remain in equilibrium with the mass of product, always constant and equal. So just by keeping the value, masses of the reactants together and equalizing it with the product will do the needful. So what is the mass of reactant? Hydrogen mass is given 4 gram, oxygen mass not given, so you have put a sign of plus and you just put a question mark over there because that is unknown, and then equalize with 36 gram of water. Naturally you will have the idea of calculation, so you will find that what is the mass of oxygen, that it is your 36 minus 4, 32 gram of oxygen will be used for the combination of hydrogen to make water. In the second question, it is given that in a chemical reaction, 150 gram baking soda mixture containing sodium bicarbonate and vinegar on heating gives 87 gram of carbon dioxide gas. What mass of solid residue will left in food? Children, this is a question based upon the neutralization reaction. You must be remembering that is a type of chemical reaction is called neutralization, and I have already told you that the law of conservation of mass is verified in every kind of chemical reaction, be it decomposition, displacement, utilization, whatever. So here we first step we will follow, write the chemical reaction. You can write it in the word equation also, like the sodium hydrogen carbonate plus ethanoic acid is the name of the substance. Otherwise I have written in the chemical formula form NaSCO3 plus CH3COOH forms CH3COONA plus CO2 plus H2O. This is your solid residue which is given in the question. What is solid residue? Sodium acetate, which is a salt, and the carbon dioxide gas that has evolved, and it has a mass of 87 gram. Apart from that, a mixture of soda bicarb and vinegar which weighs 150 gram is taken. So mass of baking soda, which is the mixture, is equal to mass of solid residue plus mass of carbon dioxide, because these are the two products. Here water we are just ignoring it because water vaporizes, and that we are not calculating. Therefore soda, what will be the mass of solid residue? Solid residue, which is your salt, blue color salt is formed, which is your sodium acetate. Just you have to deduct from the total mass of the reactant, and from it you just deduct the mass of carbon dioxide, and 150 minus 87, you are getting it here 63 gram. Now the third question is how much oxygen will add with 36 gram carbon to give 132 gram of carbon dioxide, assuming complete combustion. Children, complete combustion means what? There will not be any residue. So what will be the word equation? This question I have not solved because I think that you can do it yourself. What you have to do only is that you will write the chemical equation. Carbon plus oxygen forms carbon dioxide, and the formation is your you have to find the mass of oxygen here, and the mass of carbon is given. So mass of oxygen you will find out, mass of carbon is given only, and what will be the mass of carbon dioxide is your 132 gram, that has been given. Because it is bonding completely, so no residue, so you have just to deduct it from 132 to the mass of carbon, and you will get the mass of oxygen that is needed to be added. Now just see that this question is looking little lengthier, but try to read it. A thin strip of iron with mass of 15.5 gram is placed into a solution container containing 21 gram of copper 2 sulfate. This is a salt of copper, that is your blue vitriol, copper 2 sulfate, because there the valency of the copper remains 2, and copper begins to form, because this is a displacement reaction. You might have been recalling it, that when we put an iron nail inside the blue color copper sulfate solution, then the copper starts depositing over the iron nail, and the color of the blue vitriol starts changing from blue to green because of the formation of iron sulfate. This is the same reaction, children. After some time the reaction stops, because all the copper 2 sulfate has reacted. The salt copper 2 sulfate has completely reacted, and that is why the reaction process stops. The iron strip is found to have mass of 8.5 gram. This mass of copper formed is the mass of copper formed is found to be 8.6 gram. What mass of iron 2 sulfate has been formed in the reaction? So see the solution. First thing is that since the iron strip from the iron, which is a reactive metal, the iron starts displacing the copper, which is the less reactive metal. So there will be loss of mass in the iron, because iron is moving to displace the copper from the copper sulfate solution, and it will become what? Iron sulfate. So iron sulfate is a different substance, whereas iron is different. So that is why here first of all we will write the chemical equation. Fe plus CuSO4, which is your copper 2 sulfate, forms FeSO4, that is your iron 2 sulfate, plus copper. Copper is a red color metal, which is a brownish red color metal, which is deposited over the iron strip. Now try to start solving it according to the law of conservation of mass. You know that the mass of reactant is equal to mass of product, that you will write. Then what is the mass of reactant? Mass of iron plus mass of copper 2 sulfate, which will be equal to mass of iron 2 sulfate plus mass of copper. Now here you have to find the mass of iron, because it is not provided, children. So what will be the mass of iron? Mass of iron is equal to initial mass minus final mass. What is the initial mass? Initial mass has been given as 15.5 gram. So initial mass will be 15.5 gram and the final mass is your 8.5 gram that has been formed. Iron that is formed is your 8.5 gram. So 15.5 minus 8.5 is equal to 7 gram. Is what? Is the mass of iron. So you have to find the mass of copper that is given, or mass of copper you don't have to find, that is given. Mass of copper is equal to 8.6 gram. You have to find mass of iron sulfate. So what will be the mass of iron sulfate? You just put the values of the different masses. Mass of iron 7 gram, mass of copper sulfate 21 gram given, 21 gram is given, and then your what is the mass of iron copper 2 sulfate? You don't know, you have to find out, and 8.6 gram has been given as the mass of the copper, and then you just add up and subtract it. So the mass of iron 2 sulfate is equal to 28 minus 8.6 is equal to 19.4 gram. This is the solution, because this question looks little twisted, that is why I have provided you solution. Move towards the question number 5. Silicon dioxide, the formula is your SiO2 children, made up of elements silicon and oxygen, very obvious, contains 46.7% by mass of silicon. Okay, here the by mass percentage has been given, children, that is a new thing. With what mass of oxygen will 10 gram of silicon will combine? So sometimes you have to apply the unitary rule also to solve the question, and that is what you have to do here also. First of all, you will write the what is the mass of silicon oxide. 100 gram of silicon oxide contains how much? 46.7 gram of silicon. This is the meaning of containing by mass 46.7%. Means what? In 100 gram of the silicon dioxide, 46.7 gram of silicon is present. This much only is tried to give here in the question. So now naturally silicon mass can be calculated by subtracting it from the 100 gram. 100 minus 46.7. So you can calculate silicon mass is given 46.7 gram because it is the mass percentage, and that you can convert it into the gram. In 100 gram it is your 46.7 gram. So what will be the mass of oxygen? 100 minus 46.7 is equal to 53.3 gram of oxygen, because there are just two elements in silicon oxide. One is 46.7 gram, and that is the mass percentage. So deduct the that mass from 100 and you will get the mass of the another element, which is your oxygen. So it means that 10 gram of silicon will contain what? 10 by 100 into 53.3 is equal to 5.33 gram of oxygen. This is just solved by the unitary rule and nothing else. Now question number 6. When 0.0976 gram of magnesium was heated in air, then 0.1618 gram of magnesium oxide, MgO, which is the white ash, was produced. You might have recalled the situation that the magnesium strip bonds in the air when we heat it, and when it gets enough heated, then it starts catching fire, and then it burns within few seconds. It burns with a dazzling light and gives white ash. That white ash actually is your magnesium oxide, whose mass is given, and the magnesium mass also is given. And then what is the mass of oxygen needed to produce this much of magnesium oxide? Just write the chemical equation. DIY I have written it just to make you feel that you will have to do it yourself. This is the abbreviated form. So write the chemical reaction either in the word or in the formula, and then you put the values and you just do the needed calculation, means subtraction, nothing else. You have seen that in NCERT book, some questions after every topic has been given from blue color, that is your activity based question. This is one of the questions that is taken from NCERT. In a reaction, 5.3 gram of sodium carbonate reacted with 6 gram of ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid is nothing but just now I told you, acetic acid vinegar, and sodium carbonate, not sodium bicarbonate. In one of the question today I have taken sodium bicarbonate, that is your hydrogen carbonate. This is simple carbonate. That was your what? Baking soda, and this is what? Your washing soda. Try to understand the chemistry also which is involved here. The products were 2.22 gram of carbon dioxide, 0.9 gram of water, and 8.2 gram of sodium ethanoate. Sodium ethanoate is your here what? That I told sodium acetate is nothing but sodium ethanoate also. The chemical name is sodium ethanoate and the common name is sodium acetate, the same salt. Show that these observations are in argument with the law of conservation of mass. So in the question the word equation is also provided, and I have tried to give the word equation here. Just put up the value and you just add up the left hand side and right hand side. In both of side you will get the same your answer, and when you will add up the same digit you will find it that it is coming, and then it will give you the imagination that or suggestions that it is verified. Now question number 8. A vessel contains 28 gram of carbon monoxide. Children, here the gas is your carbon monoxide, not the carbon dioxide. It is produced by the incomplete combustion of any fuel. Must remember, carbon monoxide gas, to which 16 gram of oxygen gas is added. Try to understand the situation. There is a vessel in which 28 gram of carbon monoxide gas is kept, and in that 16 gram of oxygen gas is again added. Naturally it will combine chemically, and the mixture left for few hours. In few hours they will combine, and then when checked there was only one kind of gas. Two gases were kept inside the vessel. One was your carbon monoxide and another was oxygen gas. But after some times we leave it for few hours without any disturbance, and then what we see that just a single gas. What magic it has been done? No magic. It is just the chemical combination, which is no less than any magic. So what change would you observe in the overall of the mass of the content? Children, here the one kind of gas is what? Your carbon dioxide, because carbon monoxide combined with oxygen will form carbon dioxide. And what will be the overall mass? It will be the mass of the carbon monoxide plus the oxygen, which is here what? 28 plus 16. You add up and you will get the mass of the content, and you will give reason for your answer also. What will be the reason? That it will obey the law of conservation of mass. That's why the mass of the reactant is coming equal to the mass of product. That's it. Question number 9. If 12 gram of carbon is burnt in the presence of 32 gram of oxygen, how much carbon dioxide will be formed? You will do it yourself. No hints also, because this question is very much obvious answer is there. Question 10. Why to prove the law of conservation of mass numerically, means numerically, we are doing it numerically only, balancing the chemical equation is necessary. Yes, children, without balancing the chemical equation, it is not possible to prove the law of conservation of mass, because the law of conservation of mass says that the mass of reactants are equal to the mass of the product. So each elements, every atom should be equal in the number of reactant and product. If you have 4 atoms of oxygen in the reactant, it should come as the 4 atoms of oxygen in the product also. And if it is not coming, then you will balance it to bring it 4. Somehow you will have to balance that every side of the reactant and product have the same number of atom of each element. Then only the mass will remain conserved. So you will write it, and you will according to my the knowledge provided to you, since we are studying the law of conservation of mass since last 2 classes. I hope that you can do it. So children, solve the numerical problems, and you please send it in my class also, upload it, because that part you all are not taking it seriously, which disappoints me in fact.